channel. So this is Elora with the tea segment. I have some tea coming for y'all straight out of Charlotte, North Carolina, aka Mecklenburg County. So today, around noon, a sheriff's deputy by the name of Lakeisha Easter. I can't pronounce her name, y'all. I know I'm messing it up, but L. Easter attacked one of her coworkers. So this morning, I think it was around noon, around roll call, the ladies got into an altercation, which led up to one of the coworkers, L. Easter, stabbing the other lady who worked with her, who was also a deputy sheriff. Now, we don't know the extent of her injuries, but we do know that she was injured pretty badly and that she was taken to the hospital, which she is still in the hospital currently. This is a really sad story coming out of Mecklenburg County, and it is shocking. And even though it was an isolated incident, it gives you something to think about. So, if you are a deputy and you have to go to work and worry about the criminal element, you're never thinking about your coworker. Maybe in the gossiping form, but you would never think about your coworker stabbing you while you are on the clock. Their job was to protect and serve, but that did not happen on today. Today, the opposite happened. Now, they said that MSO jumped into action immediately and separated the aggressor, got the victim right to the hospital right away. So this all happened in arrest and processing. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's where criminals come in, the police, CMPD bring them in, and they get processed. They go through processing, pat it down, make sure their name is their name, make sure their height is their height, tattoos, make sure if they have any new ones, that stuff is noted. And then they're processed and they're taken upstairs. So that's where that happened, was an arrest and processing. I don't know. Why do I be looking so tickalicious? Oh, wait, you said tickalicious. My bad. Anyways. But, yes, so crazy. Just crazy story. So a lot of people are calling for Charlotte's Sheriff Gary McFadden to resign. They're saying that he's doing a horrible job because this should have never happened. How when you go to work, you don't think that your coworker is going to stab you, and that's exactly what happened. So from a lot of people who work with her, allegedly she's kind of two screws loose, and she is known to go crazy and be aggressive. But what I was told was that they never got rid of her because she hadn't done anything to be a fireable offense. But now that she stabbed one of her coworkers on the clock, she's definitely is going. She's fired. We know that. But I'm more concerned of how did it escalate so quickly? And from what I'm told, this allegedly happened during roll call. How did it go from arguing to them stabbing, to her stabbing her coworker? And this is my thing. How is these psych evals not doing what they're supposed to be doing, weeding out the crazies? I don't know her personally, but I was told that she is definitely a problem down there. And I was told she has a little bit of an attitude, and she's been known to butt heads with a lot of her coworkers. And is that this person is a nuisance and you still have them employed. I know that Mecklenburg County Deputy Sheriff's Office need bodies and they need workers. I feel like she was a danger not only to herself, but to the residents, as they call them, the criminals. The criminals. What did she stab her with? That's what I want to know. I'm concerned because now you send your husband, your wife, your sister, your brother, they go to work as officers to protect and serve, but who's going to be protecting them while they're at work? Because the criminal element is what you worry about. Excuse me. Sorry. The criminal element is what you worry about. You don't worry about your coworkers. And I believe that this woman let her guard down, and I'm pretty sure no one would have predicted that this would happen. So from what they told me, there was blood everywhere. It was a pretty gruesome attack. They said that there was a very strong presence of CMPD uptown today. So we don't have the victim's name as of yet, but we do want to keep her uplifted in prayers, and we do want to pray for the other employees at Mecklenburg County Sheriff's Office, because if this happened to her, then who knows what else could happen to anyone else. I think that they need to start putting in policies and looking at situations where we protect the workers from other workers and not just the criminal element, because let's be honest, law enforcement is very dangerous. Law enforcement can be very stressful. So you never know if your coworker may snap or not. Um, I'm just really shocked that this happened. So this isn't the first time that we've heard stories. Well, this is the first story I've heard come out of Mecklenburg County like this. But Mecklenburg County officers have been arrested for allegedly indecent behaviors. A CMPD officer was fired and arrested for theft. So if you guys aren't familiar, there was an officer, a CMPD officer, who arrested a guy, and the guy had about, I think, $9,000 on him in cash, and the officer snapped the rubber band that the guy had the money in, and stole about $1,000 of it, and he put it on his door. So the arrestee, that once he got to Mecklenburg County Jail, he told the people there, like, "Hey, this cop stole my money. He stole my money," and thankfully, the CMPD officers, they didn't want to hear him at first, but one of the sergeants said, let me look into this. So they looked into it. They found the money on the guy's door. So the officer did indeed take that $1,000 and hid it on his door. And then he went in there. They went in the office and they talked about it. They took his badge right then and there, his gun right then and there. Told him, "Hey, listen, we're gonna have to investigate this." So yeah, so there's a lot of things going on within the law enforcement agencies. So let's keep them in prayers. Let's watch our backs at all jobs, because if this is a high stress job. I want you guys to remember, high stress jobs, keep your guard up at all time. Watch your back, because you never know what someone's going through. That show Snapped is called Snap for a reason. But that is Allure with the T. I wanted to serve you some tea, and Allure is signing off. See y'all.